which is a G7 with a raised 5 and possibly a raised 9. You can use the A flat jazz minor. To C minor 7. Okay, once again, now we can use the E flat jazz minor. Again. Returning to the B flat, and then taking it out, you can use the jazz minor on every set of changes. That was, again, the B flat jazz minor. Now here's the A flat for the next one. The A flat jazz minor is going to cover the changes that go from D minor 7 to G7. And according to the way you're doing it, you can go C sharp minor 7 to F sharp 7 to C minor 7 to F7. But if you just go the most used way of the C half diminished to the F7 sharp 5, raised 9, you can use the G flat jazz minor. Okay, you see all those uses, all those applications of the same scale. Why is this scale so full of extra musicality, as it were, so much extra sophistication? It's because it's a combination of a diminished and a whole tone scale. You probably know this already, but if you don't, let's look at it carefully. If we go to the A7 sharp 5, raised 9, we look at this scale, the B flat jazz minor. We're starting out, I'm going to start from A, so don't get confused. The root is still B flat. I'm going to start from A, and we're going. You're doing a 1 plus 2 diminished in the beginning. A to B flat is 1, whole step to C, half step to D flat, and now we're going to go whole steps, E flat to F, F to G, G to A, and A to, D flat to E flat to F, and F to G, and up to A. 1 plus 2, now whole step. E flat, F, G, A, and then you start your 1 plus 2 again. Whole step. You actually have extra notes in this, in the sense that you've got this many notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like a full scale with diminished and whole tone elements in it. And that's what gives you the choices to use either a whole tone or a diminished in it. A lot of times you can get away with using just whole tone or just diminished, but when you know this scale, you can, play it in its full identity and get used to playing it and hearing this minor major thing, which is characterized by the major 7 again in the A chord. You've got the B flat down here, you got the A up here, and then you've got the minor, the D flat right there. So here's some other things you can do. You can repeat stuff like that. Take it from the 13th fret of the 5th string, and you can go up and get the whole tone thing moving up to the high G. Okay, another voicing that goes with this, we've got the A7 with the sharp 5, raised 9. You can also move this up here. This looks like the upper structure of a E flat 13. The notes from the bottom up, starting on the 4th string, are D flat, G, C, and G flat. And if you look, you can also see when you delineate this scale against that chord, you can see the sharp 11, which in this case is going to be an A note. Remember, this is a B flat jazz minor. Here's your bottom note of the scale, top note within the octave, the minor part, so you got, play the chord against it and you start to get used to the way the sound is feeling, if that makes any sense. I want you to develop the ability just immediately, go like that. Or maybe you hear this, you can just go. This is all the part of the vocabulary that I know you're striving to develop, and it's a vocabulary that is identified with jazz phrasing. In non-jazz music, you could delineate the notes in a very flat and unemotional way and not really get the right feeling. This example here, for one, has a lot of feeling. If you put a lot of feeling into it, another aspect, you've got also the flat 5 is in the scale, so you've got, let me just get my wig straight here. And you go up 4 notes in the B flat jazz minor and you get an E flat, and that in the context of an A, the E flat gives you the sharp 11 or the flat 5. So these chords that are altered have their own scale, and I call it the jazz minor. And what I want you to do is reposition this. Find fingering options. For example, I've been fingering the B flat jazz minor down here, starting with my pinky on the 8th fret of the 4th string. Now I'm going to put my first finger of my left hand on the 8th fret of the 4th string and take it up this way. Different position. This is now on the 8th position. I've got to do some shifting to take it up, but I can also start it here. Did you catch that? If this is 3 of same scale, will fit these voicings. This voicing down here, which is a B flat minor major 7, with no B flat in it actually. Here's the root. And then the upper structure of a E flat 13, which is when you put the A on the bottom, the A7 raised 5 raised 9. And you can go up here, taking the upper structure of the E flat 13, putting the A on the bottom again. If you want to drop the top note from F on the 13th fret of the first string down to E flat on the 11th fret, you get the sharp 11 as well. So test yourself. When you hear anything like that, you're going to want to hear that. So much for getting into that particular scale. It's pregnant with possibilities. Take your time, find your own alternatives to learning how to hear it, and no matter what, try to make it a heart thing rather than a head thing. Because when I was learning how to use this scale, I very often played the notes, but I didn't really get the feeling in there. That's why I went back and regrouped, and when I would hear this sound, instead of running the whole scale, I would just go and play a shorter phrase with a little space. And that's a good way to get into it.